Welcome to episode 4 of the Passenger Seat Podcast, and today I'm joined by
John Hardy, aka TheHardyLife.
Jonathan Hardy. You're the first out-and-out content creator I think I've had, so I think we're going to start with content.
Go
Seems
for
like
it,
the only
mate.
natural route. What got you started? What made you hit record that first time?
So, Danny Vlogs, essentially.
Right.
Me and Dan.
Shout out, Danny.
Shout out, the big man, the mainstay. He kind of started it early doors. He was doing his travel videos and that. And then he moved into like the local vlogs and stuff. And he kept saying to us, like, you know, I'm seeing a bit of success with it and it's quite good to get involved with. Do you not want to have a go of it?
Yeah.
We can start doing some vlogging together eventually and all
Yeah.
that. But I had a lot going on with work and stuff, and it's, as you'll know yourself, it's trying to
Right.
find time, isn't it?
Tell us about it.
And so he kept saying and saying, and I was like, do you know what? Get your GoPro.
Yeah.
I'll go into the gym. I'll go and record the North Dock
Oh,
2 for down Roker.
Did you do gym stuff first?
So I done like a little day in the life
Yeah.
thing, but literally it was just the gym. Gone to Aldi to look at the protein stuff and see how, can you swear on this?
Aye.
How much bullshit is on
I
protein
love how everyone
packaging.
asks if we can swear, it's great.
And then I got myself the North Dock 2 for and that with down
Yeah.
Roker and used his GoPro. And from then I just got the bug and I was like, do you know what? I thought I'd feel dodgy walking around like this.
See, I still struggle with it, mate.
Dear.
Especially now I've got this new camera. I'm filming this on the new camera, by the way. Like, walking around with my phone, I feel pretty much fine. But I walked around the town yesterday with that in my hand and I felt pretty dodgy. It's weird.
Definitely with a camera you're more aware of it, I think.
Aye.
But I think when I did that instance, maybe I picked a quiet day or something, I don't know, but I thought it's not as bad as I thought.
Yeah.
Now, for me, short form content now, I went back to using my phone.
Alright.
Again, for that easy use and that.
I mean, I'm debating pinning this off, to be fair.
I see, aye, because you're not a fan with the quality in that.
I think I just need to get used to it and figure it all out and stuff. By the time this comes out, I'll probably come to a little decision on it. I've just filmed like a side-by-side comparison.
Yeah.
Do you think you could do content creation with just your phone and nothing else?
I think I could get away with it on like Facebook and
Aye.
that. Now, I've got a YouTube as well, but like me long form, I'm not consistent with it at the minute because it's finding the time to
That's it.
not only
Edit
film
it.
but edit.
Aye.
As you'll sympathise, I know you're trying to get into the YouTube game now.
Well, this is going to be on YouTube, and then I'm basically doing it where I'm doing a podcast episode like this, and then one long weekly vlog every week. This doesn't take much editing, especially if there's no silent gaps. There hasn't been any so far in any of them, so you know.
Touch wood.
Aye, all that. Where the weekly vlog takes so long. People don't understand, like the general consensus, like the general populace I meant to say, don't understand how much time we spend editing videos.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I was to open my phone and pull up screen time on CapCut, I guarantee the numbers would be silly.
Yeah.
How many hours do you reckon you spend a week editing?
I mean, you're talking for me about an hour a short clip, and then the YouTube on top can take like almost my whole weekend at like 7 to 8 hours a pop.
Mad.
Like, because it's just there's so much intricacies in it.
Yeah, that's it.
Like, if the day if I ever get to the point where I can pay for an editor, I just will.
Aye, I get that off a lot of people. Ad said the same, but what Ads also says is you feel like an editor doesn't see it the way you do.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's gonna lose your personal touch, isn't it?
Aye,
And so
that's it,
like,
aye.
I think you'd have to be really choosy and standards high as to who does it for you.
100%. I went camping last night at Nose's Point, and I swear to God, it's a 5-minute video. It'll be out by now, by the time you see this. And I swear to God, it must have took about an hour and a half, 2 hours to edit it all. And then obviously my weekly vlog, the way I've been doing that is I'll film a day, edit it, and then add the next day on, and so I've been doing that in like blocks. So now I've got like 2 daily vlogs. I hate the word vlog, me, and influence. I hate all these words, man.
The buzzwords in it.
Aye.
But just to
been-
flip the table on you, sorry, why did you start content?
It's a funny story, to be fair, because it was almost by complete accident. I've always made like daft videos and that on Facebook and all that. Like these were like years ago. And when I worked at the White Lion just down the road, Kate, the owner, was making the TikTok videos, and I was just looking at them thinking, they're a little bit, you know, can I have that? Basically is what I said. Can I have that? And she said yeah. And I just did like a day in the life in the kitchen and what I was getting up to in the kitchen. And I did not think for a second it would, but it kind of snowballed into me sat in a car now.
With me?
Literally, it's mad. 3 years ago, and 52.3 as of recording, 1,000 people on TikTok later, here we are. It's fucking rad.
Happy days. And like, so you've done the day in the life throughout, like up until this point where you're branching out a bit?
It's always pretty much been the format. My bio says I film my life, and that has pretty much always been the idea. But now I am kind of starting to chuck some other things in the ring. Whether or not I think that's a good idea or not, I don't know. I'm pretty much just chucking shit at the wall until something sticks. Yeah. Pretty much.
I don't think it hurts to branch out a bit, and your audience is going to sharp tell you if they're interested in
that's it. I mean, I've had the odd comment where people have said, like, keep it real kind of thing. And I get that. And I think I am still kind of keeping it as real as I can. But I kind of want to be fair with the YouTube thing, it's an extra. It's not a change, it's an extra. This camera's a little bit of a change if I use this sort of stuff for the TikTok, but it's an extra, not a change. That's the way I say it. If people want to watch it, they can. If they don't, then that's great. Yeah. That's the attitude I've got towards it all, really. Like, I'm not... Do you look at your numbers? How much would you say you look at your numbers?
I wouldn't say I look at them all the time. Like, I'd be lying if I didn't say I do use them occasionally.
We all do.
Like, for instance, if you're consistently getting, I don't know, on Facebook, 15, 20k views, and then a video gets like 4, you're like...
Why?
But then I don't like dwell on it, because as you see it, like, in the start wasn't to gain that following. The start was to make stuff that you enjoy making.
That's it.
And it's like trying to make it not a chore. And I guess that ties into editing time and that as well. That's why I'm using my phone and that. It's because you get a hit quality-wise, but quality of life improves. At the end of the day, you've got to enjoy it, haven't you?
Yeah, 100%. I think if I did this full-time, I think I'd fall out of love with it, mate.
Aye.
Would you ever do it full-time?
Nah, I don't think so. For that exact reason, it's like a hobby. This for me is almost like something to focus on outside my full-time job, because my full-time job can get a bit full on. So being able to not dwell on the work outside of work and focus on this instead is a nice distraction. That's it.
Like, at the minute, I do this because I enjoy it, and I don't even have to do this. Like, I don't have to hit record. I don't have to be sat in a car right now having a natter on. I'm enjoying it though. And I think if I ever made it my full-time job, it would just become a chore, like. Aye. And I think I'd get sick.
Well, then you are relying on the numbers, aren't you? And you're relying on income.
That's it as well.
And your focus is going to change. And I think as a result of that, your content will probably change. Not like good or bad, but just change.
Force it.
Yeah, exactly.
Essentially.
And I think particularly Facebook, now me and Dan's had this conversation, it seems like it's pushing the organic stuff.
Like they're just like, this is my life kind of thing.
Yeah, because like everything almost too polished just looks like AI and spotless now. I think people like are starting to crave that real life, and there might be the odd fuck up but they want that, don't they?
Yeah.
Like, just be able to relate.
Oh, imagine if I kept every fuck up in every video. It would be about half an hour long.
The editing would be class though, wouldn't it? Just hit upload, just 5 hours long, 4.5 hours not usable normally.
Take fucking ages to upload though. You've mentioned Facebook quite a few times now. I'm primarily TikTok. And what I've started doing is, essentially, I've just started posting the exact same thing as I've posted on TikTok on Facebook. Do you think that's a method that works?
I think to a degree, I think the different audiences, aren't there? But with that new thing that's going to come in place where a lot of the younger audience might be lost.
Well, there is that.
That might shift the balance back onto like a more Facebook audience, which you do find is like probably the older cohort, you're like 20s, 30s plus.
100%.
But I've found TikTok slower for me than Facebook. But I do the same as you. I do Facebook and TikTok videos the same. Yeah. But I think when I watch your content as well, I think the TikTok crowd like that more short, snappy. There's not 1 second. Whereas with mine, it might be like viewing a mural on a wall for 3 seconds, which I think that, no disrespect, older crowd than that.
That's it. They've got an attention span because they didn't have phones.
They want to soak in the moment and that.
The visuals. That's kind of what made us get into YouTube a little bit, because I don't know if you saw the weekly vlog I did last week. I've made that a little bit more visual and a little bit less snappy. I've like took my foot off the pedal a little bit, and it's like coasting and it's just chilled, and I quite like it. Obviously, I'll still always do the short form snappy, like, right, this is going on, look at this, this is classes. Good segue that you were on about the social media ban for under 16s. I don't know if it's 16 and under or under 16s, but what's your thoughts on it?
It's a really difficult one. I don't think there is a right answer. Because end of the day, the world is going online. So it's either you get with it or you get left behind. Yeah. But then at the same time, like everything, there's so much bad for 100%. People to see. I don't know if it needs to be totally banned. There's got to be some kind of middle ground where you can properly police and restrict what young people are seeing.
That's it.
That's my opinion. What do you think?
I'm pretty much on the same page, like, to be fair. I don't think we should just fully outright ban people from social media. I think it should just be a case where we're restricting it a lot more for them, and it's a mandatory restriction, but still allow them to go on social media, because especially nowadays, like for kids in school, I can't imagine what it's going to be like for them to not have social media. And obviously nothing's really come out in detail yet, but I wonder how they're going to enforce it, how it's going to work.
Yeah.
I think it'll be the digital ID thing, which I don't know how that works, to be honest. I'm not really a politics or news viewer.
Yeah.
But I wonder how it's going to work logistically, and if it'll work logistically.
Yeah, it's going to be messy either way, I think. It's you know, there's so much to figure out. But just 2 examples there, just videos I've made recently, like as to like the positive is, when you mentioned on the radio actually about, I was telling you about the radio about, you know, them stuff people were taking, the drugs, the amphetamines and all that thing, stuff. Yeah. And like I made a video for TikTok primarily, like raising awareness, because I got told that a lot of the leavers, school leavers, were taking that stuff. Yeah. Now, if I made that video but they're all banned off TikTok, they're not going to see that video. And didn't get us wrong, I'm not saying that video is going to save the world, but if it made one person who was 15 think twice,
well, that's
like
it.
that life is important thanks to that platform. So it isn't as clear cut as all social media is bad, get off.
Yeah, that's it. You've just got to take the good with the bad. Like, there is good and bad. Even in see if a kid, now that they're banning social media for children, goes outside, what are the chances that they get hurt now as a result of going outside?
Aye,
when you think about it that way.
Exactly.
It's mad.
It is.
I mean, do you think us as creators will lose numbers, do you reckon?
I think on TikTok potentially, because again I think it's the younger crowd.
Yeah.
And whether that means there needs to be like what you're doing, a diversification of content to like adjust to the new audience and that. I think for me personally, because Facebook was my first and my primary, I'll not see it much of a drop. Yeah.
Especially with Facebook, because the people who are on Facebook have been on Facebook for years.
Yeah.
Like, I can't imagine Facebook gets many new accounts every day. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, is that something? Obviously, we having TikTok as your primary following. Do you think?
I'm not worried. I wouldn't say I'm worried about it, because I think looking at the analytics, my main demographics 18 to 24, I think, or 24 to 35 or something like that.
Yeah.
But I will lose at least something. I know I've got viewers, I mean, this isn't on TikTok, I've got viewers who are of a younger age, do you know what I mean? So,
I think it's like everything, isn't it? There's a good side and a bad side.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be straightforward whichever way it eventually goes. Will there be a compromise or what?
That's it, and it's a case of if they can enforce it. Like VPN, you could just get a VPN, couldn't you, really?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a lot of red tape and logistics to get through to make it work.
That's it. It just needs ironing out, to be fair. And I think I was gonna dive into politics a little bit there, but I'm not. It's one thing I don't touch.
He gives a disclaimer as well. He said, "Politics, don't talk about politics."
No, I didn't. I said it's. I did say it's unfiltered and unscripted and that, but I just with politics, and especially with you coming from a Facebook background, I think there's a lot of politics over on Facebook.
Yeah.
I don't see the benefit of having a political debate on the internet.
No,
I've never come away from a political debate on the internet thinking, you know what, my life is better as a result of that.
But I don't think, and sometimes I include myself in this, people aren't willing to hear the other side and change their view. Because
especially on social media, your algorithm is tailored to you. So if you vote for one particular party, I'm going to try not to name any, if you vote for one particular party and the stuff that they value is your value, that's going to be what keeps coming up on your feed. So you're not really going to see the other side as much, really, unless you're in like public news articles and stuff like that. It's I stay out of it, mate. I don't think I've ever told anybody on here who I voted for or who I do vote for.
But then why should that be relevant? Because in the day you're that.
Well, it's not what I'm here for,
isn't it? So,
you know what I mean?
That's what you do.
I think the internet's all doom and gloom a lot of the time, which again ties into the ban, I suppose. But I think the internet's a lot of doom and gloom nowadays, and I'm here to try and make it a little bit better, the same way you are, really.
Yeah.
And
he's a shining light in the dark tunnel that is social media. Is our Ryan Robinson.
I wouldn't gone that far.
Let's ask you this then. What's your dream with the social media? What's
See,
the end
Ads,
goal?
when I went on Ads' podcast, he asked us the same question, and I've never really had like an end goal with anything, with my career, with anything. I've never been one. Be ambitious. I'm not saying that, right? Be ambitious by all means. But I've never really thought like this is what I want out of this. I didn't really know. I'm just kind of seeing how it goes.
Yeah, and that's not a bad thing.
Again,
either.
ties into what I've just said, chucking shit to the wall till something sticks, really.
Yeah.
Because I do so many different things. It's quite difficult. Obviously, I do the music stuff. The radio was kind of in the works. I don't know if it's in the works anymore. I've not heard it out in a while. I've got this podcast thing. This is just starting out. Camping, I've started doing that. There's just a load of different stuff, and I'm just kind of seeing what works and what doesn't. Do you ever find that low effort content works for you? Like, it's always the ones where you think this is going to flop, this.
Yeah, absolutely.
My most viewed video to this day is a POV of us on a roller coaster.
Right.
I wore my meta glasses on the big one at Blackpool, and I think it's on 1.4 million views.
Wowza.
And then I guarantee I'm posting a camping video tonight, right? It took us ages to edit, as I just said earlier. I guarantee it flops.
Yeah. Compared to the roller coaster, certainly.
I just think low effort is sometimes the method. Like.
Yeah, and I think that's part of what's made us use my phone more again. That organic stuff. I'll use an example of a video that's done well for me recently. Was that dog video?
Yeah, Murphy
Tom Wilson. Shout out, Mr. Murphy Tom Wilson. And like, I literally just stumbled across it and thought I'll go and fill it up. And I thought I'll post it, some dog people might be interested, and that's the best video it's done for a while for me. But then, like you say, you can get the GoPro out and you can try and get the drone out and you'll do these action shots, you get the music, and it's just like, nah, I'm not interested. But I suppose like it gives it more of a TV feel when it's like that.
Aye.
And if people want to watch TV, they'll watch TV or YouTube. Well, YouTube's like the new TV now, isn't it?
100%. I cannot tell you the last time I watched live television.
Yeah. Whereas I think
other than footy,
which is tonight, of course, which I'm sure we'll get on as well.
Yeah.
But I think like I think the way I see the short form content and the organic stuff is people at the end of the day, they've had a hard day at graft or whatever, put the kids to bed and that, and they just want to watch something that's easy going, like not intense, and that's usually, like you say, the low effort stuff, just moseying about, showing the odd thing rather than like proper dedicated heavy editing and that, because that's what YouTube and that's for.
Well, that's it. I think I've always been pretty low effort with it, to be fair. Do you have any like method to your madness, if you will? Like, what time is there a time you post? Is the hashtags you use and all of this? Would you say there's much method into it?
So I used to post like 7:15 every night, but that was...
It's one time I've never heard.
7:15?
I've always heard, like, whenever I've asked people stuff like this, it's always been like a dot on hour. Like, for me, I always shoot for 8 PM if I can.
Well, the reason I went for that was because, again, don't believe everything you read online, but it said if you release on the hour, so's the majority of the creators, so you get lost. So it was even saying if you want to post on the hour, post at 3 minutes to or 3 minutes past, and that little difference, they'll just get you in the algorithm.
Might give that a bash now.
There you go. But since the last few weeks, I've been posting later. I've been posting at like 8:15, and I've found me videos are doing better. And I think it's because people's probably finished watching the programmes.
That's it.
They might be embedding that, and
especially like the Facebook, because I think the Facebook audience still watches the telly and that. I'm making it out as if Facebook's just for old people here. Like, I'm sorry if there's any Facebook users watching.
I think because you're like compared to TikTok audience, like older is like 24 plus, like compared to the 18 to 24 TikTok crowd. I
was a bit worried when I first started Facebook, because I say a lot of like negative shite on Facebook, so I was a bit worried that I'm going to get some bloke called Dave shouting at it. Absolutely no. Do you get much negativity?
I do, actually, and the more I've grown and the more videos have went like and done well, the more I've got. They both snowball in tandem, I've found. And do you find that on TikTok? Yeah,
100%. It's weird though, because I think like your content's the same. There isn't really much to be negative about. I've never seen you say anything like particularly controversial or anything like that. Yeah. But you still seem to always get that one.
I try and use mine as like to shine positive stuff all the time. But I think it's more an insight into their life and psyche.
That's it, like. Because I'm a big believer in the phrase "hate never comes from above," and I've never had a hate comment from someone I'd swap lives with.
Yeah.
And I've never ever commented negatively on a video once. Like, not like genuinely negatively. There'd be something where I might like comment like a bit of a jokey thing or have a laugh. But I've never commented something negative on a video.
Yeah. And there's plenty of stuff I see where I think
I've daft that and then I'll just scroll.
But I'm not gonna like tap me time to comment and try and make them feel bad about it. They want to post that, great. Like I say, they just clearly deep rooted their life unsatisfied.
Well, that's it.
But then there's no reflection and accountability there, so it must be this person's fault and that they're doing this wrong. It's like projecting, isn't it? It's a
weird old thing, the psychology of it all.
It is.
Could probably do a deep dive, but it's not a therapy
That
session.
would be so fun. I left me Freud book at home and that, unfortunately.
Shit, but I think mine's in the boot.
Were you ever affected by those comments, like, even in the beginning and that?
I'd love to sit here and say like no, and I did actually say no on Ads' podcast, but then I went into it a little bit more. I think at first I would say I was kind of thinking, oh, I've made this video on this gadget bit, didn't you? You know what I mean? Yeah, but now I'm just when you've done this as long as I've done this 3 years now, and I've kind of just come to realise you could make the most kind, wholesome, lovely video on the planet, but you'll always get user 1978654 with no profile photo or 3 followers who's never posted a video in his life. Call you a knobhead for no reason, and like that is just part of the package, I'm afraid.
It is. What
would you say would be? I was going to say 1, but I'm going to say, what would your 3 best bits of advice be for someone who's starting content?
3, mate. 3. 1 off the bat straight away, and we touched on it, is the content's got to be for you. And you alone.
Make the kind of videos you'd watch.
Yeah, and do you know what? Your first 100, 200 videos might flop.
100%.
But if you enjoy making those videos, go for it. It goes on to not focusing on the numbers as well. Because as soon as you start trying to make stuff for the audience, you've lost your spark, in my opinion. And don't get us wrong, there's been some times where I've thought, oh, you know, a couple of videos I'm done well, I'll try that, and it's like I haven't really felt it, but I've put it up, and it's like people can tell when you're half-arsing and you're not
100%,
authentic.
100%.
So I would say make the videos for you. I would also say don't put yourself under pressure to meet a schedule. Because you know, because I like to do things proper, and like I was reading like you need to post it this time every day, algorithm, photo, rah, rah, rah. And it's like you're starting out, it's like
fries your head, like
it's like no, like even if you're not in the algorithm as much as you want to be, like if it fits your schedule, just post when you can.
100%.
Like
you get a lot of these like fucking social media coaches that tell you to post like 10 times a day. It's like, what? No. I mean, I was about to say I've posted every single day this year, and I don't think I've had a day where I haven't. Correct as if anyone's that eagle-eyed that they've spotted one. And now I'm thinking about that, that is pretty wild.
Yeah. It's intense, isn't it? Like,
100%. People didn't realise how much, like, and I'm not playing the violin here, and I'm not making it out as if, like, being a fucking content creator is so hard, man.
People will love that.
Do you know what I mean? It's not that, but it is graft. Like, even just, like, the basics, like what we do. I'm not saying, like, our content is basic, but, like, for what it is, like, it's graft, man. And I'd advise anyone to give it a go, even for, like, a month. And I get a lot of messages off people saying, I'm thinking about doing this, but I'm shy, but I'm blah, blah, blah. And I would just say, give it a go. Even if you just film it and don't post it, just talk to a camera and see how you get on. When I'm filming this, for some reason, this podcast, I've never had any, like, but if I was to show you my CapCut, I swear to God, every like clip there's a or like a restart where I'll reset myself.
Did give you a little sarcastic comment as well, like, well, that didn't fucking make sense, and then you listen to a pack of that. But that would be the third piece of advice, actually, and that is, if you're debating doing it, do it.
If you're thinking about it, then there's definitely a subconscious part of you that wants to do it.
And what's the worst that's going to happen? You don't like doing it. You
100%.
Stop making videos. You're exactly where you were.
Nothing to lose.
Before you tried.
Absolutely zero to lose.
And literally, like I said about practicing with the camera and that, 99.9% of the population don't give a shit that you're walking around talking to your camera. You'll get the odd person who might want to chip in, and that's with everything though. Like if I was walking around with a yo-yo, people's got like one person will be like, what the fuck are you doing with that yo-yo?
Can't even do the what the dog, man.
Can you? Oh my god, I feel inferior now.
I haven't touched a yo-yo in about 15 years.
But literally, I mean, it's so commonplace now. Like that no one cares at all.
Were you saying it's so commonplace that actually leads us on to a thing that I know you get in your comment section quite a lot, and circling around like oversaturation. There's a lot of people now walking around with phones and filming things and going to food spots and whatever. Do you think it's oversaturated?
The subject matter is, but then I think because we're different personalities, and I'll expand that to content creation in general, I don't think people will watch me because I can see mural, or I going to see, going and get a pink slice. They want to see my take on it, and my surprise and my like joy at it, and then your audience wants to see, if you do it, your reaction. So the subject matter is limited because there's only so much shit out there. But the way you react and that, I think, is what people's invested in.
The person.
However, if it is all of us went and gone and did Pension Monument tomorrow,
that's
every day it was,
like...
here's Pension Monument, and then, do you know what this is? This is Pension Monument. And then, this is a monument of Pension, I'll switch it round a bit. That is going to get tedious.
Monument de Pension.
What he said. I mean, what do you think?
I think there's certain areas of it where there's a lot of people doing the same thing, but I don't even necessarily think that's a bad thing, because you get one person's take on it is going to be different from another person's take, and it's not going to be a direct, exactly the same video. One thing I think is quite saturated, and I do it now and again, and I'm not saying I'm like innocent here, food reviews. I think food reviews nowadays are so common, and like I've just said, it's not a bad thing at all, because you're getting different people's opinions on the food and what have you. The issue I do have with food reviews, I'm putting that out there, and I don't know if you've ever done this. Getting paid to do a food review or getting free food to do a food review is where I draw the line, personally.
I'll tell you exactly where
I have done it once, and I clarified it was for the Burger Drop Kyle V Food collaboration. Putting that out there.
I'll tell you where I'm with that. I'll be totally honest. There has been instances where I've been given the food for free, or I've been paid, and I've got to tell you, it was uncomfortable as fuck.
I can imagine, because you cannot, if you get paid to do a food review, you cannot physically say a bad word.
No.
Like if they've, however much they've paid you, even if it's a quid, you cannot physically go, it was a bit shit, that, to be honest. Like, like I went to Craft Burger last week, and I didn't get paid. I rocked up unannounced, blah blah blah, all of this. Paid for my food, and I ate it, and it was genuinely really nice. And I'm saying this now, actually, in a segues perfectly, because I then ordered Craft Burger to here. I think it was Monday night, it might have been. It took about 2.5 hours to come. The burger was wrong. They didn't have straws for the milkshakes. The cookie dough was wrong. And whatever had happened by the time I got to my house, I mean, Craft Burger is a canny trek away, so it is understandable, but it was cold, and I was canny disappointed. Like, so
do you think the first time round you got the content creator experience?
No, I think that was more just in person, and I ordered quite late on a night. I ordered not long before they closed, to be honest. I was that arsehole.
But then you've got to like, if people do that, go for it. Like, because I see it as if that's the graft. Like, I was on holiday, and I can't remember where it was. It was in Underground, and while waiting for the train, there was a big picture of Andre Agassi, the tennis player, who's a multi-millionaire, and he was on an Aldi advert with air freshener. And do you know what? It made us think about food reviews and paid food reviews. I thought, right, if multi-millionaire tennis player Andre Agassi is advertising air freshener from Aldi that he doesn't fucking use and is no doubt getting paid a six-figure sum, why should man on the street who's taking his own time to visit a restaurant get a bit of a reward and a bit free scran for advertising them?
You know what?
Do you know what I mean?
I get that, you know.
Like, all these adverts you see with these celebrities pretending they're using something.
What's the difference between a food review where they get the food for free and the Ninja slush machine? I got that for free.
Yeah.
Actually.
Exactly.
That's actually a very good perspective on it. That's
say that there.
Shit.
But no, that thing is,
I think I'm still firm in the stance I'm against it, like,
but that doesn't make you a hypocrite. But also, what I'm saying, you can have a stance on it. Like, I think if you're an individual who wants to do that, do it. It was more the uncomfortable side for me. But again, if multi-millionaires can advertise shit they don't even use, why should man who's on close to minimum wage, whoever, not get paid X amount for trying a bit scram?
Fair enough, you know.
There's a different perspective for you, just because I know food reviews in general get quite a lot of stick, because people just see it as you're on the lend. But why shouldn't you when people who don't need it are doing it on a larger scale?
Fair.
I'll leave you with that.
This advert was sponsored by this podcast is sponsored
Here's
by
air freshener, Andre Agassi. Thank you very much.
As you can see here, we've got a Visage aftershave. It is absolutely not a copy of anything you might have heard of before.
It smells lovely.
My man bought us this. Well, that's like pure lush and amazing and unreal, lad.
10% off with the code Rye Robinson.
10 out of 10. No, it annoys me, and this is a really random side note. When did it go from 10 out of 10 to 10-10? Have you ever heard people say that?
10-10?
People have started saying 10-10 instead of 10 out of 10.
I've never heard
I think that
in
might
my
be the
life.
younger audience, but it's proper weird, like.
Is this a thing you see in your comments and that, like? Or is this something
No,
you've heard?
I just see it about. It's like,
10,
weird,
10.
I don't know.
I've heard of Ben 10. But
Aye,
10,
Ben
10, I'm not sure about
Even
that.
the forearms and that.
That's the one, mate. I haven't got any kids, so I don't know why I know Ben
Aye,
10.
no.
But then again, I work in a college for autistic people, and some of them enjoy that stuff, so maybe it's that second hand.
Might watch Ben 10 now.
Stick it on.
Well, I think that's a good place to round it off. It's been
Pleasure,
an absolute
mate.
pleasure, mate. Thank you very much for your time and coming on.
No, thanks for having us on, mate.
Go and watch John's content. I'll tag him where I can. If I post any clips and all that, I'll tag him, of course. But that was Passenger. Oh, fucked up right at the end. Fucked up right at the end, but we're keeping it in. That was episode 4 of the Passenger Seat podcast. Thank you very much for tuning in, especially if you watched till the end. You're absolute hero. And I'll see you on the next one.
Legends.
Fucked up right at the end. Fucked up right at the end.
Yeah, that was kind of
Bastard.